Well, hey y'all, I wanted to talk to you about the southern border and the recommission of the OV-1 Bird Dog aircraft for patrol of the southern border to make observation aircraft cheap again. So that picture there is an OV-1 Bird Dog outfitted with 4 rockets. Should have a couple machine guns there too. So that's just one variant used by the U.S. Air Force in the Korean and Vietnam War. So we got affordability, key thing. It's $45,000 for a Cessna 150. Right now we're using Lakota helicopters to patrol the southern border. And I love the Lakota grade aircraft, also known as the UH-72 Lakota. And it typically costs around $5.5 million. So we're looking at $5 million versus $50,000. Low cost to fly, and it's cheap to maintain. It just runs a few liters per hour and very cheap to maintain because it doesn't need a big hangar and all that kind of stuff. So Cessna 150/152 procurement stream is already there. The Air Force, Army, Navy, they all need a Coast Guard. Can't forget about you. I think this would be really good for the Coast Guard too, but specifically for the southern border right now, I saw we're using Lakota helicopters, and I thought about the Cessna 150 OV-1 Bird Dog, because parts and skilled mechanics are relatively abundant for this aircraft. You know, we got a maintainer shortage, but in general aviation, not so much, and it's really easy to work on. So the procurement stream is necessary for any branch of the armed forces. It has to be something put out by a reputable company that has quality and validation engineers and process management in place so that everything can be traced and lot numbers, all that kind of stuff. So Cessna is great with that, obviously, commercial aviation, and supporting also with the AC-208, the Cessna attack caravan, if you will. So this would be like a little baby version of it, a little baby version of the AC-208. So the OV-1 Bird Dog, Cessna 150, is slow but steady, has a 150 mile per hour top speed, which is fast enough to keep up with any motorcycle or 4x4 in the scrublands of the desert. And you've got the stable flight at low speed. You got a low stall speed, like 45, 50 knots, low V1 velocity you need to take off. And so it can take off from a lot of real small airports all across the Southwest. It was used in the Korean War and Vietnam War. Has a proven service record. It was retired in 1974. So my idea would be weaponization with modern miniature munitions, such as the hatchet bomb, the Shrike bomb. This one's not so modern, but be a modern use for the Rockeye 50mm shape charge cluster bomblets. And it could also deploy the SPUR robot. So we've got first the Rockeye 50mm by General Dynamics. We've got small explosive submunition used in cluster bombs, specifically designed to penetrate and damage area targets like light vehicles and personnel, often referred to as a penetrating type of bomblet. So, you know, the cartel has those heavily armored F-550s, and Rockeye 50mm would be great to penetrate and inflict damage on personnel, lightly armored vehicles. 50mm diameter, relatively small bomblet, 5 centimeters in diameter, 2 inches. Cluster Bomb Association, of course, used as part of the CBU-100 cluster bomb system. You've probably seen it in media, and the Rockeye name just refers to the overall design of the cluster bomb, not the individual bomblet, but according to my research, it doesn't have a name for the individual bomblet. So we're looking at the Rockeye 50mm bomblet. We're looking at Hatchet. Love this thing. By Northrop Grumman. It's a new one. Weighs about 6 pounds. Has a small form factor. It uses GPS, INS, and semi-active laser to guide to a target. It has a warhead consisting of thousands of tungsten pieces to damage soft targets. It can hit targets within 2 meters. Extremely accurate. Not like the Rockeye. can rival weapons weighing up to 500 pounds in how hard it hits. So a 500-pound bomb or a 6-pound hatchet by Northrop Grumman. And it has a compressed cartridge allowing for multiple weapon loadouts without affecting aircraft endurance. So you can imagine that little thing under the wing of a Cessna 150 times maybe like 8 of them or something. So see where I'm going with this. Be really interesting. The next one is Shrike by Corvid L3 Harris. Again, small in size, big in punch. Credit to Techno Thunder YouTube for their video if you want to see more in-depth. L3 Harris innovates with its new Shrike miniature airdropped glide munition system. It has precision strike capability, designed for highly accurate targeting with GPS guidance, multi-mission versatility. It can be configured with different warheads to suit various targets, including anti-personnel and anti-material missions, with a modular design, allowing for customization depending on mission requirements. And I think it's really cool. There's videos of it in action. It's got all these little like ball bearings that shoot out. Spur is the next one. It's a special purpose unmanned rifle by Sword Defense Systems and Ghost Robotics. The special purpose unmanned rifle is a remote controlled weapon that can be attached to a variety of platforms. So it can be airdropped. It was developed for military use. Chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor or 7.62 NATO, and it has an effective range of 1,200 meters. Short stroke piston system are make safe, fire, immediate action, and clear and make safe modes. And it, like I said, can be attached to air, and it can be dropped in. So we see here a couple different applications of it, going and searching, building, and then there's a static platform also that can be deployed for border security. So to sum it all up, the OV-1 Bird Dog to patrol the southern border would make sense because it served in the Korean-Vietnam Wars primarily for reconnaissance, target acquisition. We're not really doing artillery adjustment, but radio relay, yes. Convoy escort, somewhat, and serving the forward air controller. So armament back then consisted of 2 50 cal plus 6 air-to-ground rockets and 4 target marking smoke bombs on the underwing pylons. Even fully loaded, the Cessna owner manuals for a few versions list the stall speeds in the 40 to 50 knots range, depending on configuration. So maybe a little bit more with a large payload, but you see where we're going with this, and I mean, maybe upgraded engine as well, increased payload, and airframe structural improvements, and still coming in at maybe 100K for an extremely capable aircraft. So that's my video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.